Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 27th of January, getting used to this new intro. Yes, I've managed to cut the intro down a little bit, just to give it a bit more, a bit more review and a bit less sparkly at the start. Hope that's okay with you guys. And anyway, today, continuing with our superhero week, it's none other than Superman on the arcade format. And you'll see here how bloody gorgeous this game actually is, and probably one of the better Superman games that was ever released. And I really don't understand why, but it was never converted to the home consoles. I do apologise if you hear a random horn going off. There is a rag and bone man going around the streets, and that is their calling sign. So I do, if you hear random tooting going on, it's not me. It is it is coming from outside. Anyway. So yeah, you take on the titular role of Superman here, and you get to punch and kick these guys who kind of look like they're from virtual reality when you actually kill them. But then you'll see in a bit as well, because I'm not fantastic at this game. I mean, it's kind of like a side-scrolling beat-em-up, I would say, really. But yeah, even Superman himself does that weird sort of Matrix thing when he perishes as well. Now, you've got all sorts of things at your disposal here. You've got a punch and a kick, which might not sound like much at the start, which is, it's not really. Here you go. Oh, this guy's going to punch me to death. There you go. So, I'm going to punch this green guy and get him out of here. It's like a first level boss type scenario. We killed each other. Fantastic. Yeah, so it's actually very, very good. I mean, graphically, you can't really fault this. I mean, I'm not actually sure what year this was out. I think it's late 80s, but this is absolutely brilliant. And I really don't understand why no other game has been able to match this. I mean, if you look back at the absolutely horrendous Superman 64, you would have thought that would have been able to do something that was at least half decent. But no, the arcade game is probably the best Superman experience out there, and I'm talking even the PS2 version of the movie of Superman Returns. This is better than that. Oh dear, I never understand why people can't do a decent game on a format sometimes. It's like I said in my last review for Captain Planet. It's like the developers get hold of a franchise and they're like, ooh, rub hands together gleefully because we've got this franchise and it's massive and we can do ace things with it, and then they completely bodge it up, and I really don't understand why they do that. It's like I said before, it's like they get something they don't understand, so they just put together something they think is going to work for the client, for the customer, and it doesn't. We want superhero stuff. We want this game, and I really don't understand why it was never converted, because this was absolutely brilliant, as you can see here. And you've got different layers of this game as well. This one is great because this. Do you remember in I think it was Superman? Was it Superman 3? Or Superman 2? One of the Superman movies anyway, where Lex Luthor is firing rockets at Superman, and he does it in this sort of video game-esque style. Well, this level reminds me of that. And I remember watching Superman back then and thinking, why can't we have a game like this during that sequence? And lo and behold, we did actually get a game like that. And here it is. I mean, that's really good. The animations are nice. Look, the cape is flowing in the wind or anything. That's really, really cool. And now you get to utilise the eye lasers as well. Now, when you hold down the punch button, you do get this big sort of charge up punch, which I'm not quite sure about, but it's an arcade game, we can forgive it at that. I just don't remember Superman charging his fists and throwing them across the landscape, but we can forgive. It is a superhero game, so therefore we can forgive that. But the bosses are quite cool. I mean, I like this. There is actually a guy sat inside that green sphere, which you've got to sort of get past the defences. You've got to sort of hit the actual sphere rather than those things, and we're done. Absolutely brilliant. There's a nice level of speed to that level as well. It actually gives you that sense that Superman is actually flying high, and there's a really nice sort of graphic there of Superman giving you some more points as we head into the next round. See, I think we're in the must be in Chinatown or something now, because we're at Joey Ties. Yes, indeed. Sound-wise, is absolutely brilliant as well. I don't know whether you can hear. If I just be quiet for a minute, there should be a rather familiar theme playing. Yes, the Superman theme tune has even made it into this game. Now, I don't know if you know this with other games, but sometimes licensing prevents the developers from actually using the music that's from the film or TV show or whatever, which was a case actually with the real Ghostbusters cartoon series. Whether or not you know about that, a bit of trivia for you actually. Real Ghostbusters had to be called Real Ghostbusters because there was another cartoon show called Ghostbusters which had absolutely nothing to do with Ghostbusters. So yes, so licensing can affect these things. But yes, this has the Superman theme intact, and it's absolutely brilliant. The connections as you hit and kick are really good as well. Some nice meaty thuds in the game as well. So it actually makes it sound like you're actually connecting with something rather than pathetic little slap noises, which you get in a lot of other games. And look, I don't know whether this is actually sort of trying to take the pee out of Marvel a little bit. But look, an actual Spider-Man. So there you go. It's I'm not quite sure whether that is actually just a little bit of a Mickey take, but how cool is this animation? Like Superman stuck in a web. How cool is that? But I mean, the other thing, and this is going to give it top marks, guys, is that it's 2-player cooperative. I'm not quite sure how you can have 2 Supermans on screen at once, but you can. This has a 2-player co-op mode, which actually just ranks this score as high as I can get it. And, what else would you expect? Playing Superman with a mate and just being able to blitz everything is great fun. And of course, enemies do multiply on the screen. Now, this guy's a bit of a pig. You've got to get close to him to attack him. Otherwise, he just teleports all over the screen or fires at you from a distance. So you've got to sort of predict where he's going to come into and get to him there, because we're fighting outside the Hong Kong tea house, which is great. But yes, this game is absolutely fabulous. The animations are great, graphics are lovely, colours are vibrant, all the things you'd expect from a comic book game. Absolutely fantastic. If you haven't played Superman the Arcade, see if you can track it down, because it is absolutely worth having a blast on. It's one of my bucket list games for superhero fanatics. I would say this is absolutely super. Excuse the pun. Anyway, guys, I shall leave that there. This has been Superman on the Arcade. This has been Superhero Week for the Retro Revival Show. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. It does mean the world to me. And if you like my content, please like, share and subscribe. I shall catch you all in the next video. Bye for now, everybody.